Live from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet welcomes you in to NCAA Division II women's basketball coverage on the ECC network. In today's conference matchup, the College of Staten Island Dolphins take on the Firebirds of the University of the District of Columbia. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joe Foreman, alongside my broadcast partner, Nick Durst. And Nick, as we mentioned during our men's game earlier, this women's basketball team is in the midst of perhaps their best run as a Division II program. 15-7 overall, 8-2 in conference play. Today they take on a UDC team that they've already beaten this season.
They beat them last time they played, which was earlier in the season, December. And Dolphins with a legitimate chance perhaps at 20 wins this season, which should be the high watermark, obviously, in their D2 history. And they're looking to keep the good times rolling now. 2 straight wins after a loss at Damon last Friday night. So it looks like all roads lead through Damon, through Buffalo in the playoffs. But we're getting set here, 4 minutes to go this afternoon. And obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on the usual suspects in this game, which is Amber Abousbear, who was our player of the game last time and previously on Sunday had a season-high 25 points. Carollo has had a really strong year for the Dolphins as well, especially with the three-pointers. Dana Phelan held scoreless in the last game due to a thumb injury, but she's ready to go, full go today. So looking at her three-pointers, obviously Kyber Rose, who has no issue getting to the basket, and Naomi Masinge will do it all with her little nice spin move and also defensively drawing charges. But they are, of course, led by the best player in the East Coast Conference, Jenalise Alarcon, who has had a magical senior season so far, Joe, leading the Dolphins in every single way.
And last time the Dolphins faced this Firebirds team, Alarcon did tie for the team lead in rebounding, 1 rebound shy of a double-double with 11 points and 9 boards. Leading the way offensively in that game was Dana Phelan, 18 points and 9 rebounds, which might be a season high in terms of rebounding. She was 5 of 14 from the field. All 5 makes came from beyond the arc, where she was 5 of 12 in the game. She was also 3 of 4 from the line. But you mentioned contributions from players like Alexa Carollo. She really helped the Dolphins come from behind in that game against Lincoln. Earlier in the week, she scored 12 points, all coming in the third quarter, and those were 12 big points. As the Dolphins were trailing in that game in that third quarter, Carollo helped them erase that deficit and ultimately go on to win against the Lincoln team that they were playing for the first time ever. But as I mentioned before, the Dolphins are 8-2 against the ECC. Those 8 victories include the game that I just mentioned against UDC earlier this season. Both losses in conference play have come against Damon, and the Dolphins, heading toward the stretch run now, have plenty of breathing room in terms of a playoff spot. In fact, they're nearly clinched up. However, in terms of a first-round bye, the Dolphins are in very good position. Mercy 1 game back. If the Dolphins can knock off Mercy on Wednesday, after winning today, of course, they put themselves firmly in the driver's seat for that number 2 seed and that first round bye. That would punch them a ticket, presumably, to Amherst for the semifinals in Damon's facility there. Their opponent to be determined, obviously, but the Dolphins hope for one more shot at the Wildcats in a championship game down the line.
Absolutely. And it was a tough loss on Friday, but they played the Wildcats tough both times, so there's no doubt that it should be a close game if they have the third matchup this season. But right now, the Dolphins, as I mentioned before, they had the loss last Friday, came back 2 straight wins, looking to build on that winning streak now, going for a 3rd straight.
And one name to watch on the UDC side today, very quickly approaching 1,000 career points, senior Lacey Johnson, averaging 16.6 points per game. That leads all scorers, not just for the Firebirds, but for both teams entering today's action. She shoots around 38% from the field and a very respectable 34% from beyond the arc. So Johnson, one name to keep an eye on. She needs 21 points for 1,000, so fans of the Firebirds will, of course, be hoping to see her reach that milestone today. The Dolphins hoping to push that back at least one game with a strong defensive effort in today's matchup. And Nick, something that we've spoken about all season, the Dolphins' defense has really been the trademark of this team. So good all year long.
Yeah, tremendous defensively, obviously led by Alarcon, but Masinge has been awesome defensively, and Abusper is always able to get into the passing lanes. And this team has had a lot of easy baskets this season thanks to some excellent defense.
Alarcon and Abusper have combined for 95 steals this year. Alarcon with 56, Abusper with 39, Alarcon also with 21 blocks. Coming up next, starting lineups will be introduced on the floor, and we will step aside quickly for a minute. When we come back, the McDonald's pregame show wraps up, and we bring you the Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria starting lineups. Back from the tank where the Dolphins starters are being introduced out on the floor with the starting lineups for both teams. My broadcast partner, Nick Durst.
All right, Joe, here we go. As I'm on the fly here with these starters, but for UDC, here we go. Number 0, as our PA guy like to say, Kensley Benjamin, the senior guard at 5'9". Number 1 is Tori Williams, the senior guard at 6 foot. Number 11, Christian Harris, the sophomore guard at 5'10". Number 11, Jada Bonite, sophomore center forward at 6'1" from Baltimore, Maryland. And number 22, you talked about it in the pregame, chasing 1,000 points, the senior guard at 5'3", Lacey Johnson. John Nakpodia, in his 8th year as the head coach for the Firebirds. Now for the College of Staten Island Dolphins. Number 4, the 5'9" junior guard from Jersey City, New Jersey, Kyra Rose. Number 10, the 5'7" junior guard from Tappan, New York, Dana Phelan. Number 11, the 5'11" graduate forward from New Rochelle, New York, Alexa Carollo. Number 13, the 5'9" senior forward from Troy, New York, Generally Salicon. And number 23, the 5'8" forward senior from Mozambique, Noemia Masinga. The head coach in her 7th season is Nicole Sarcone.
Thank you, Nick. I was communicating with the table on the other side of the gym. I think they got a different lineup than we did, Nick, because they did not introduce the starting 5 that is out there.
Yeah, Dorothy Weesey's out there,
which is the lineup we received.
So Masinga is not in the starting 5. Weesey is in the starting 5.
Oh, so you have Masinga as well.
Well, I was going off the introductions that I heard.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I didn't look.
The live stats had it right. It's Dorothy Weesey starting. And I was letting the table know that to make sure they have the book correct at the very least. Either way, we are underway from the tank. I can't be everywhere at once, but I am right where I like to be, at the commentary desk for today's game, and the Dolphins possess it first. 10 on the shot clock. Phelan uses the WeSee screen, pulls up from the free throw line, and her jumper's off.
Also starting for the Dolphins, number 22, Dorothy WeSee, number 22.
Feed inside, and all alone under the rim was Tori Williams. They corrected the lineup mid-play, Nick.
For Williams.
Yeah, they corrected the lineup midway through that last possession. That was not my intention when I messaged over there. As Alarcon finishes off the nice feed from Rose.
Well, Joe, if there's a way for you to be omnipresent, you would. But there's only one of you and everyone else is across the way.
Maybe one day we can reach that point where I don't need to be everywhere at once. As that shot misses, this is Phelan. Kirolo, top of the arc, thought about it. Will hand off to Rose. Rose kicks out. WeSee just got to that ball. She floats one up, off back iron, no good. Rose fighting for the rebound. It's loose on the floor, and Kirolo got it out to Phelan. No good from three, and Kirolo has another offensive board. Kirolo to the rim, lays it in for two.
Kirolo couldn't believe it how little defensive pressure was on her, and she's easily able to go to the basket for the layup.
Eight minutes to go, first quarter. Williams surveys the floor and sends it up top to Johnson for three.
Well, we mentioned it, Johnson, one of the better players in the ECC, averaging almost 17 points per game, 3 points right there.
And I think she just hit the Dolphins with the Jalen Brunson three-point celebration. They're actually giving away a Brunson three-point celly foam finger at a game coming up. I forget which game it was.
Interesting.
All fans, too, no limit.
Wow, you might have to get there.
Yeah, it depends on who the opponent is. UDC has it, leading by one. Harris on the wing, sends it back inside. Williams working against Alarcon, faces up, looks to attack, and throws up a miss. Looked like she had time to regain her balance, instead just kind of threw it up. Alarcon now goes to work, draws the double. Kirolo, no good from three. Rose with another Dolphins offensive rebound. WeSee with it. 8 to shoot. Pull-up jumper is good. Dorothy WeSee from the mid-range.
WeSee gets the nod for the start and making the most of it there with the mid-range shot.
Dolphins lead it 6-5. This is Harris in the corner. Defended closely by Rose. Harris running hook won't go. Rebound by Rose. Kirolo looks to attack. Bounce pass for Alarcon and a big collision there. Foul called against UDC. Dolphins will get 20 on the shot clock.
Harris, that'll be her first, and University of District of Columbia's first of the first quarter.
Alarcon off the spin, banks it in. Jenelise Alarcon, you leave her 101 down low. Chances are she's going to score.
Seemingly unguardable, one-on-one within 10 feet. To the rim goes Johnson with the lay-in, and she made that look easy. Johnson now with 5 early points. Kirolo fakes and finishes with the left hand.
Kirolo with a nice start in the paint. 4 points in the paint for her.
Quick three by Williams, a bit short. And the rebound was pulled in by Boo Knight, who was fouled, I believe, by Alarcon.
Yes.
Foul number 13, Jenelise Alarcon. That'll be her first.
So with Amber Abusper not in the starting lineup, we were unsure of her availability. She is available, and she will check in right here alongside Noemi Masinghe.
For the DC Firebirds, number 3.
Masinghe, who we were informed was starting, now actually in the game.
Checking in for the College of Staten Island,
Along with
number 3,
Abusper, this is definitely the first game this season that she did not start.
So with the quick foul, Alarcon heads to the bench. See how long she stays there. It actually looks like they're attending to a cut on her hand. So perhaps it wasn't the foul that took her out of the game. 9 to shoot now. Williams crosses over, puts one up, no good. Grabs her own miss, tries again, can't finish. Rebound still loose, and Masinghe saves it to Rose. Here comes Rose. And Rose draws the foul before the shot. Third UDC team foul.
The UGC all over Rose there as she's trying to go to the basket.
And that will send us to immediate timeout. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. The Dolphins lead it early, 10-7.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we're back from the tank, where the music fades out just a bit late. Phelan, no good from 3. The Dolphin lead is 3. 5.5 gone by here in the first quarter. Williams lost her footing, and she traveled.
Travel on the DC Firebirds, it's Staten Island basketball. Checking in for the DC Firebirds, number 23, Brenda McKinney.
Brenda McKinney will check in for UDC. Jada Bouknight heads to the bench. Abusper on the wing, 20 on the shot clock. She finds Masinghe on the pick and roll, and Masinghe can't finish. Noemia looking to try again, lost the ball. And jump ball is the call. Possession arrow favors the Firebirds. UDC not making things easy on the Dolphins here in the early going. Dolphins have had to work hard at the offensive end. Williams on the wing. Gets right to the basket, count it, and one.
Nice shot there by Tori Williams going to the hoop.
Firebirds contingent to our right loves it.
That's the men's basketball
Yes.
team sitting right by us. So.
The line for the Firebirds, number 1, Tori Williams.
And it's very rare that the men's team plays before the women's team on both sides, so they get to sit and watch the full game.
It happens twice per year. If the Tournament of Heroes is first, then the men will lead off on Saturday. It was not first this year, as Rose bounce pass was kicked out, And Abu Spair knocks down the three off the feed from Masinghe.
Abu Spair with 3 points off the bench here. Leaving her wide open is something you should not do.
Air ball there by Johnson, and Abu Spair looks to push. Feed to Rose was tipped and stolen.
If we can get the advanced stats crew here, I'd love to track Abu Spair's time court coast to coast with the ball because she moves like a locomotive, but we have a foul there.
And it was an offensive foul on a charge drawn by Noemi Masinghe once again.
Well,
We need that stat.
Joe, you're going to love this because I talked to Noemi before the game. And I said, Noemi, I need at least 3 charges drawn. And she laughed. So we're 1/3 of the way there.
She's on pace.
It's on pace.
Still 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
This play was an offensive foul on the University of D.C. Checking in for the College of Staten Island, number 2, Madison Hackett. And checking in for the College of University of District of Columbia, number 11, Christian Harris.
And Carollo knocks down the three.
7 early points for Carollo.
Number 11, Alexa Kirolo.
Apologize for the silence. I was just baffled by what I was hearing over the speakers here in the arena. It distracted me greatly.
It's baffling.
We don't quite have noise-canceling headphones,
It's
so
very, now that the speakers are fixed over us. we
Yes,
got used-
that is true.
For a long time, we got used to not having to hear.
Yep.
But, dating back 2 years ago when Andrew Rotunda was on PI, we used to never be able to hear each other.
That's right. And we're back there again as Johnson knocks down another triple from the corner.
Number 22, Lacey Johnson.
Johnson open there, knocks down the 3.
Johnson off to a nice start. 8 points on 3 of 4. 2 for 3 from downtown. Dolphin lead trimmed to 3 now as CSI turns it over. Williams lays it in.
Number 1, Tori
Williams gets the steal, goes the other way, lays it in.
Rose throws one off the front rim and doesn't get the roll.
Hard to believe that did not fall.
Ball back up top with Johnson, left open again for 3.
9 points for Johnson here. Not exactly the tallest player on the court, but definitely the mightiest.
Johnson just 5'3", doing most of her work thus far from downtown. She is 3 of 4. Great pass by Carollo, and Masinghe was fouled. That will send Noemia to the line with a chance to get the Dolphins even. CSI now trailing by 2.
Foul number 1, Tori Williams. That'll be her first. And University of District of Columbia Firebirds, 4th of the opening quarter. Checking in for the College of Staten Island will be number 13, Jermaine Alarcon, and checking in for the DC Firebirds, number 2, Tanya Hill.
So Masinghe was fouled. I thought that was the 15th foul. It apparently was not. So the Dolphins will not head to the line as Alarcon had it poked away. 12 to shoot. Haggett, Abu Spair, Carollo. Splash.
What a start for Carollo. 10-point first quarter.
Alexa Kirolo.
That's her second three-pointer. And the Dolphins go back in front by 1. Ball swung over to Hill. Back out to Johnson, 10 to shoot. Johnson weaving through traffic. Had the ball stripped away. I'm curious to see if they'll give her a shot attempt there. Great bounce pass. Abu Spair to Alarcon, who couldn't finish.
Real quick, back the other way. Great defense by Haggett.
Long pass for Johnson. She was stripped. And Abu Spair has a steal. Amber fighting through a lot of contact. Finds Haggett for 3. Air ball. Alarcon tries to save it, but instead finds Johnson as the first quarter comes to a close. An action-packed first quarter and a high-scoring first quarter. The Dolphins lead it 19-18 after 1.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, about 150 episodes with guests. our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials, check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
Start of the second quarter from the tank with the Dolphins leading the Firebirds 19-18. Alexa Carollo with 10 points for Staten Island. Lacey Johnson with 11 to lead the way for UDC. Both teams shooting 44% in the opening quarter. Dolphins 43% from downtown, as well as Alarcon had the ball stripped away. It will stay with CSI.
Well, Dolphins bench wondering why a foul wasn't called, Joe.
Alarcon certainly thought there was contact. This is Carollo for three. In and out. And Haggett has the rebound, but jump ball was called in the midst of that
Quick
tangle up.
Whistle for the jump ball, and it's gonna remain. It's gonna be UDC's ball now.
I've noticed that at every level of college basketball, jump ball calls come very, very quickly.
Too quick.
At all levels. It's consistent. But I think you give the players at least a second to vie for possession, as McKinney has an easy two there.
Well, is Nia Ford getting an air ball there, or is she getting an assist?
I think that was an air ball, Nick. We'll see what the stats say. Alarcon left open. Short on the jumper. Masinge with the rebound. Draws the foul. And they did give it a miss. Rightfully so.
Foul number 2.
All right, so we're going to have first free throws of the game here
UDC Firebirds first in the second
for the
quarter.
Dolphins, as Masinge will head to the free throw line.
And Masinge's first free throw is good.
The line, the Dolphins, number 23, Noemi Masinge.
And Masinge goes 2 of 2 from the stripe. Dolphins in front by 1 again. Harris well beyond the arc. Abu-Spair closing in on her now. This is Hill. Into the corner. Ford picks up her dribble. Back up top. Harris looking to drive. Gets inside and lays it in.
Number 11, Christian Harris.
Really nice move to the basket there by Harris.
Masinge with it on the wing. Uses the Alarcon screen. Noemia back the other way, finds an open Abu-Spair for 3.
What a high arcing rainbow shot there for Abu-Spair, her second three of the game.
Court number 3,
Amber Abu-Spair with her second 3 of the game. She's 2 of 2, both shots coming from beyond the arc. Ford in the corner will try it. Over Carollo for 2.
Number 5.
Foot right inside the line there.
Score tied at 24. And Haggett answers right back with a CSI 3.
The shots have certainly fallen right now in this quarter.
Harris was given room, kicks it to the corner. Another deep 2 by Hill. They gave it a 3. She did keep that foot behind the line. Shot rebounded by the Dolphins. Kirolo, bounce pass for Alarcon. Alarcon for Haggett for three. Splash, count it, and one. Madison Haggett knocked down to the floor, buries the shot from downtown, and she will have a chance for a 4-point play.
Tough finish there for Haggett.
Number 23, Brenda McKinney, that'll be her first, and the UBC Firebirds second of the second quarter. Checking in.
Hold on a second.
They're going to say it was before the shot. What's going on?
For the CSI Dolphins,
No way.
Number 10, Dana Franklin, and number 22, Dorothy Weesey.
Fouls after the shot, so the basket counts. And
So the
get a
Dolphins
possession.
keep the ball?
Well, the foul was committed after the shot, which makes no sense to me. So it should
I
be free
have
throws.
never seen that rule applied that way before. I've always seen it as one free throw, even if it's somebody else shooting.
Well, the only
Alarcon
thing could have been that
traveled.
they said Haggett already came down after a shot that
Yeah,
was
but-
fouled, but I don't know.
I don't see any way that rule is. I've never seen that rule applied that
Should
way.
have been an end one attempt, I think.
I thought
I
so.
never seen that before.
I'm sure the officials know what they're doing. I've just personally never seen the rule applied that way before. Great move there by Harris, and she finishes with the left.
Number 11, Christian Harris.
Harris having a strong start to this game.
She now has 2 of 4 from the field. CSI lead cut down to 4. Abu Spair for Alarcon, left wide open. Instead kicks to Kirolo. That was poked away from Kirolo into the hands of Abu Spair. Abu Spair on the drive, floats it up, no good. Here comes Ford. Ford off the hesitation, drives to her left. Scoop won't go, and it will be Dolphins ball.
Checking in for the Dolphins, number 10, Dana Phelan. Checking in for the DC Firebirds will be number 15, Jada Bunai.
Dolphins have it again, leading by 4. 6 minutes to go in the first half. This is Phelan looking, finds Abu Spair. Right back to Phelan, open 3. Splash.
Well, we're going to keep Phelan off the score column much longer with an open look like that, as Dana Phelan knocks down the three-pointer.
Correction of 3-point
And
shot
with that,
Dana Phelan.
we
Number
head
10,
to break
Dana Phelan. Checking in for CSI
with the
was
Dolphins
number 4,
leading
Connor
33-26. Nick, I have to take a trip across the gym. We'll be right back.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Back here in the tank, Dolphins ahead 33-26 with 5:44 left in this first half as the action quickly resumes, and Tori Wilson banks it in. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese on the call. Kyra Rose now to her left, gives it to Alarcon. Alarcon to her right, gives it up to Abu Spair. Abu Spair to her left, to the basket. Stop, pop, puts up the shot off the mark, rebounded by Tori Wilson, who pushes it ahead, and Wilson gets it back and lays it in with the left hand off the nice feed by Nia Ford. Abusper now to Weesey, and Weesey's directing traffic back to Abusper, who gives it over to Alarcon. Alarcon to the cutting Phelan. Phelan, turnaround, layup, banks in. Nice job by Dana Phelan there with the defender all over her, Jeff.
I'm back from my trip across the gym. Getting my sprints in, Nick. I had to race across the court once play shifted to the opposite side, but we made it back. Dolphins lead now 5 points as that jumper is a bit short, rebounded by Weesey. Weesey hands off to Phelan, who thought about the three. Now Weesey again looking inside to a cutting Alarcon for two.
Really nice pass and a great finish by Alarcon. 6 points now for her.
Dolphins passing has been on point in this game. CSI now with 12 assists on 14 made baskets. I'm sure Coach Sarcone will like that stat when you bring it up at halftime. Corner three, Williams, short again. And that was last touched by the Firebirds.
Checking in for the Dolphins, number 11, Alexa Kirolo.
Kirolo will check back in for Alarcon.
Checking in for the UDC Firebirds, number 0, Kensley Benjamin.
Kensley Benjamin back in for UDC. Christian Harris to the bench. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. The Dolphins lead by 7. Phelan draws 2 or 3 defenders there. Now Rose to the basket, draws another foul.
Dolphins are just so good at drawing fouls. Obviously, Alarcon always gets double teamed. Rose can go to the basket like no other. Musinge is always getting fouled. Excellent job attacking the basket.
At the line for the Dolphins, number 4.
Third team foul of the quarter for UDC, 7th of the game. The Dolphins will attempt the free throws 3 and 4 here. And Rose rattles in the first. Second free throw way too strong, but it's rebounded by Weesey. Bounce pass to Rose was a good one, but she dribbled it off her leg.
Weesey coming out of seemingly nowhere to get that rebound. Great effort.
3.5 to go in this second quarter. The Dolphins lead it by 8. Back to the basket, Boo Knight hands off. And traveling was called before that shot by Benjamin.
Yeah, it was clear that Kensley Benjamin took a step or two before attempting that shot.
She was adamant that she didn't. Dolphins get it right back. Abusper over to Phelan. She will use the Kirolo screen. Now Abusper looking inside, has Kirolo, and Alexa was fouled immediately.
Getting a little aggressive there, guarding Corolla, who has had an excellent first half thus far.
That'll be her first, and the Firebirds' 4th of the second quarter.
Inbound goes to Kirolo as the Firebirds now 1 foul away from putting the Dolphins in the bonus, and another beautiful pass sets up Kyra Rose.
What a pass, Joe. And now that's 13 assists on 15 made baskets.
5 different Dolphins have at least 2 assists in this game. Kirolo, with that last one, becomes the 6th. Ford, way too strong. Abusper with the rebound. Also check that last stat. Kirolo with just 1 assist. Phelan left open, short. Kirolo with the rebound. And she was about to pick up that second assist, Nick, but she traveled first.
Checking in for UBC will be number 2, Zanaya Hill.
Tania Hill will check in for UDC. Good spin move there, but the hook comes up a bit short by McKinney. Abu Spair for Weesey. Now Rose drives the baseline, gets inside, and lays it in.
Kyra Rose gets a good pass down low, lays it in. Everybody who's played for the Dolphins in this game has scored.
It has been perhaps the most impressive half of basketball we've seen from the Dolphins at the offensive end this season. They've had games where they've shot well, but they now have 14 assists on 16 made baskets. As you said, every Dolphin who has come into the game has scored, and they have 5 players with at least 2 assists.
Tremendous start to this game for the Dolphins. 12-point lead. I'm sure Coach Sarcone will be very happy at halftime.
And in a departure from what we've seen for much of the year, they've only played 8 in the first half. Yep. Even if it's just a couple of minutes, we've often seen all 10 players get in.
Yeah, typically, at the very least, we see everyone who's played now, plus Mia Fuller, gets some minutes in the first half. Okay, usually gets in either late in the first or usually in the second for sure.
I think a lot of it often depends on how the game is going, and with the way the team's been playing offensively in this one, I don't think there's much need to depart.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
90 seconds to go, first half. The Dolphins lead 10 points. And Abu Spair buries the triple.
Wow, Abu Spair, as of late, has been unstoppable from downtown as we see clotheslines unintentionally there. Kensley Benjamin.
And that immediately brings the trainer out onto the floor.
Dorothy Weesey, that'll be her first in College of Staten Island, second of the second quarter.
Benjamin, a bit shaken up, but looks okay. She will head to the line for 2 shots.
Number 0, Kensley Benjamin.
First free throw up and good. If you look at the stats in this game thus far, you might be able to make the case UDC at this point is fortunate to be as close as they are. And the biggest reason why is 7 Dolphin turnovers.
Checking in for the Dolphins, number 2,
That's what's kept it close.
Dolphins 8 of 14 from three-point range, shooting 52% from the field. Dolphins have a distinct advantage on the glass. UDC has the advantage in points in the paint, but turnover differential favors the Firebirds by a couple. And there's another one. And UDC has not shot it poorly in the first half. Almost 45%.
Last minute of play in the second quarter.
Three-pointer on its way, and that's a big basket for Tania Hill.
Number 2.
Yeah, she was wide open there.
Now, they didn't give her a 3, Nick. The bench was surprised, but they did not give her a 3 there. So the score is 45-36.
I think that was behind the men's three-point line.
I thought so, too. I didn't think there was any question. As the Dolphins have turned it over again, and Abu Spair shaken up as that shot won't go by Benjamin. And that was a scary moment as diving to the floor, I think it was McKinney that went head first into Abu Spair's left knee. Those can be very dangerous situations.
Off, but you can see it hurts.
Number 2, Madison Haggett. Number 22, Dorothy Weesey. Number 22.
Don't give me that look, Nick. We have been bamboozled by PA several times today. You know who needs to take responsibility for this?
Emily and Stephanie. Be
No.
careful what you wish for, because you might just get it.
No.
Going back to earlier in the season.
No. Not them at all. Nick Bavona. This is Nick Bavona's fault.
Well, he wasn't going to be on P anyway today.
He might have gotten the call out of the bullpen at this point. Three-pointer on its way. That's no good. And Weesey rebounds it to end the first half. Our score at halftime, CSI 47, UDC 36. Our TLC Physical Therapy halftime report with women's basketball head coach Nicole Sarcone coming up.
Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Hello. And we are back for the TLC Physical Therapy halftime report. Nick is joined courtside by women's basketball head coach Nicole Sarcone.
Thanks, Joe. Coach, what a start to the game. I know you're just looking at the stats now, but 14 assists on 17 made baskets. How happy were you with the ball movement?
I mean, happy. They're sharing the ball well, and more importantly, they're knocking down the shots. So they're playing tremendously as a team, finding the open girl. I think we're going to draw a lot of attention, a lot of defensive attention when we get the ball in the post. So if our shooters are ready, we should be able to knock it down.
Well, everybody on your team could do some damage offensively. Talk to us about the depth on this roster, because everybody who's played in this game so far has scored.
Defensively or up?
Offensively. Everybody on your team that's played offensively has scored.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think we come in every game, it's somebody else or two people or two different people, but we have the ability to have a number of different people put an offensive game together, and it's showing what they can do when they do that. So as long as they stay confident coming out of halftime, they all have the green light to go to the rim right now and do what they got to do.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. Best luck in the second half. Joe, back over to you at the commentary desk.
All right, thank you, Nick, and thank you to women's basketball head coach Nicole Sarcone for joining us as part of our TLC Physical Therapy halftime report. Our score at halftime, the Dolphins 47 and the Firebirds 36.
Basketball has a special place in my heart because of the experiences it has given me and the purpose I have found along the way. Basketball taught me that success doesn't require perfection. Rather, I should pursue excellence in everything that I do. Basketball has led me on a journey where I've accumulated numerous life lessons to value relationships, practice integrity, and demonstrate commitment. I've learned to welcome mistakes and not only accept adversity, but embrace it. It has the unique effect of eliciting talents in someone which would have otherwise lain dormant. It is something that builds character, an element that is essential to a player's growth and development. You sometimes wonder if all the mornings and late nights are really worth it. Then you look to your left and right, and and you see your teammates beside you, and you know you're not alone. And it's comforting. When you're part of a team, there's a special joy in playing for something bigger than yourself. Basketball taught me how to embrace a community. Like music, it brings people together. When you make contributions to your team, your program, it's a rewarding feeling knowing the impact you have on the larger community when you observe how much it inspires the people around you.
Dear basketball, I was only a few months old when I took my first photograph with a ball on my lap. From that moment on, you never left me. Growing up in a small village in upstate New York, 2 miles from the Canadian border, you were my constant go-to for fun and entertainment. No matter if there was 3 feet of snow or the sun was scorching hot, I always found a way to be with you as you brought me so much joy. As a child, you always had a way of bringing the neighborhood kids together. Every day we would find our way to the circular paved patio I had in my yard with an 8-foot rim nailed to a tree. It wasn't the classiest court to play on, but it worked for us, and it's where my passion for you began. Little did I know you would take my friends and family on a journey of a lifetime. It was from you where I learned to be brave, courageous, and adventurous, that if I stuck with it through my moments of failure, disappointment, and heartache, I could achieve anything I put my mind to. Like attending Duke University on a full scholarship where I was able to surround myself in greatness both in the classroom and on the court. It is here where I truly learned how to step out of my comfort zone and discover what I was made of, refusing to let my insecurities and fears hold me back. Gail Gueston-Course and her incredible staff, along with my teammates, gave me a family away from home that I could have never dreamt of as a little girl. The ACC championships, the NCAA tournaments, including the national championship game in 1999, cannot match the friendships and relationships I developed because of basketball. See, I find it to be the relationships that we develop through our sports participation that are in fact the most meaningful and memorable. Basketball, you have given me a life team that I can never repay you for. You have supplied me with a platform that allows me to give back, to inspire, motivate, encourage individuals to go after their passions, to push through their failures and be fearless in stepping out of their comfort zones. It was because of you I was able to start my first company with co-founder Colleen Healy from UConn Women's Basketball called Orca Leadership. Orca standing for opportunity, resilience, contribution, and accountability. All 4 pillars we learned from playing your game. Even further, we were able to start up our own academy called Beyond the Game Academy, helping athletes across the country reach their dreams. I could have never imagined this life, and I have you to thank. Thank you, basketball.
The opportunities that basketball provided for me has been crazy. Being able to travel all over the world, to even a different country, just being able to meet so many different people and build so many different relationships has definitely just opened so many doors for me.
Opportunities that basketball has provided me, just to meet a lot of people, travel a lot of places, around the world and also around the country. It's just, a great experience to make me a more well-rounded person.
Just being able to learn from my teammates, learning really what sacrifice is about, learning about hard work, just being a part of a team, having that support group, having somebody that's there to support you no matter what. It's been great.
Basketball has given me a lot of opportunities. Obviously, just traveling and coming here, this is special. And we went to Spain over the summer, and I'd never been out the country before that, so it was special. And obviously, just giving me a free education. It's a big thing, and I'm glad basketball has been able to do it for me.
It's provided a lot of opportunities, provided me to get a college degree, travel places that I never thought I would travel to, and just meet new people.
I'd say basketball has just provided me with a variety of opportunities. Just the connections that I made in the Purdue community, and kind of just growing as a player and as a person has. I'm definitely blessed and grateful to have all these opportunities.
Dear basketball, since I was a kid, you have always been a way for me to clear my mind of everything going on in life and just have fun playing and competing. You led me to CNU, where I've become a part of a close-knit basketball family. You've let me build relationships with my brothers that not many people get to experience, and these relationships have been able to grow and will certainly last a lifetime. You have taught me that this sport is more than getting the best stats or winning the most games, but is about enjoying the experience, making a difference in the community, and always competing at my highest level. Through great leadership from Coach K and other coaches, you have given me top-of-the-line resources to learn not only about the game, but about life and being a man of integrity and humility. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for you, and I am forever grateful for the lessons you have taught me and the memories that I will have for the rest of my life.
College basketball has provided me with a platform to not only have fun on the court and be around some amazing teammates, but also kind of supplement academics with just another side of the Notre Dame experience, because sports are such an important part of the tradition there, and being a part of the Notre Dame sports tradition in any way is just an incredible honor. It's amazing. I mean, just being here all week, there's just so much recognition for such an amazing sport and such amazing teams that are here, and to be a part of that in any small way is just incredible, and I'm so lucky to be here. Just the value of determination, perseverance, and self-confidence in getting where you want to go in life. I've definitely learned a lot being around a team of such strong, inspiring women, and I can only hope to emulate their talent on the basketball court in other parts of my life. I'm a computer science major in Notre Dame's College of Engineering, and I was really drawn to it because I've always kind of loved math and science, and it's a really fun way to apply problem-solving skills to different situations, especially in today's day and age where technology is becoming such an integral part of society. Just figuring out different ways I can contribute to that, I'm really excited to see where it'll take me in the future. I mean, I think just the general mindset of approaching something from how can I solve this in not only the best way but the most efficient way, because there's a big emphasis on that in a lot of my classes, and just kind of seeing how the sports world and the academic world can overlap, even with just the GPS things that we wear during practice to keep track of how hard we're working. Just the technology behind that is super interesting to me also. When I first came to campus, I was hoping to get involved in the women's basketball program in some way, and I applied to be a manager, and I thought that would be an awesome opportunity, super excited. And then I got an email about walk-on tryouts. I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to go meet other girls to play pickup with. I had no idea it would lead to any of this, trust me, but I'm so glad it has. And after that, that's how I met some of the women's basketball people and how I got connected to be a team manager for the program. So I started doing that first semester of my freshman year, and then, as you probably know the story, last year with the 4 ACL tears, they just needed another practice player kind of thing. So I turned from a manager to a walk-on and got the opportunity to go in some games, just help the team out any way I could. And that was an incredible ride, obviously ending with the championship last season, which was amazing. And then same thing this year, kind of just some injuries happened and they needed someone to step up. So, I mean, I'm here to be whatever they need me to be, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this program in any way. Kind of going between the manager and walk-on role, I mean, it is a different type of thing I'm doing, but it's still being around the same girls every day and just being around the team. And for me, that was such a valuable thing. And again, I guess my passion for basketball and how much I just love the sport kind of made that seem easy. Not really something I thought about a ton, just because every day it wasn't about what I could do. It was just about kind of getting out and playing the game I love every day and just being around it in any way.
Basketball has given me everything in my life. It's given me a chance to get a college education. Gives my families to take trips to these cool tournaments we go to, and most importantly, my relationships with the people I've met throughout the years, and Coach Izzo down to my junior high coach. It's provided me with great relationships with teammates and guys that I'll be talking to for the rest of my life.
Basketball has provided me with just obviously the education portion of it is huge, and also just the relationships I was able to build with my teammates, guys on different teams that go to my school, like the football team and the soccer team. There's also just the relationships that I'm able to build outside of, athletics, and I believe that's huge, just being able to go and meet new people, especially at a big university like Ohio State, and just kind of get your network around and just see the way different people think and react to things.
I'd say basketball provided me with, the opportunity just to be around good people and meet people that can help me in life and give me a free education and be able to somewhat set myself up for a better life.
It has offered me the opportunity to go to college, to leave my hometown, travel the world, build outstanding relationships and friendships. I'm forever grateful and a lot of gratitude to the game of basketball and to God for putting the basketball in my hands. So basketball has really blessed me a lot.
Start of the third quarter from the tank with the Dolphins leading UDC 47-36. Dolphins in the second quarter shot 60% and were 5 of 7 from beyond the arc as they built their lead. They led by just a single point after one, won the second quarter by 10, and there is another beautiful basket off another assist.
The great passing continues there. Failing the beneficiary there off the pass from Carollo.
Dolphins have really made it look easy at the offensive end. A lot of quick passes to cutting players at the offensive end into easy baskets. As Johnson is off on that triple, we see with the rebound and finds Carollo push ahead to Phelan. Now Rose drives the baseline, drop off to Alarcon, and she draws the foul.
So Alarcon will go to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon.
Something that for much of their Division II tenure has been lacking for the Dolphins over the last several seasons. It's been consistency. We've seen them play very well in stretches, but never over a prolonged period like they have so far this entire season. And they showed no signs of slowing down.
It's been very impressive, excellent coaching, and great leadership by the veterans on this team. 2 graduate students and 3 graduate students and a senior, 2 seniors rather, leading the way. So 5 super vets here. Everybody here has experience at this level and has played before.
Well, we missed a series of 3 steals in the midst of that conversation as play continues despite a big pile up under the basket. That shot no good, and foul was called underneath. They're going to say Carollo commit the foul.
Foul on number 11, Christian Harris. That'll be her 3rd and UDC's 2nd of the 3rd quarter.
Well, the foul was on CSI. And
correction, white
Nick.
number 11, Alexa Carollo.
I think Tyler better tune up his pipes. He's
I think I think Tyler better warm up the vocal cords.
I was talking to Tyler at halftime.
Tyler, how are you feeling? You ready to head over? I may have to take over the engineering. What is going on over there?
I don't know, but John Venezia better get ready for next weekend, that last weekend game. Or
Oh,
Joe,
man.
I can tell you this, you better get ready to do the senior day speech.
Yeah, we have Nick Pavona that day.
Okay.
I trust Nick implicitly.
Now, a question. Are you going to, is OK going to get the same speech from last year?
I don't know.
Update the numbers a little. It's going to be a huge senior
in the
day.
past,
Joe, half the team is going to be on it on senior day.
In the past, we have not done duplicate speeches. We've just named them. As we see, we'll try the 3. That's off. Rebound by Rose, who's fouled. Dolphins have built their lead up to 15 here, and if the Firebirds aren't careful, this one can get out of hand.
That'll be her 2nd and UDC's 3rd of the 3rd quarter. At the line for the Dolphins, number 4.
Kyra Rose at the line. First free throw is good. Dolphins now 8 of 9 from the stripe. Rose goes 2 for 2. The Dolphins' lead is now 17 points. A win here today will then set up that game with Mercy on Wednesday to be a big one, because if the Dolphins win that game, they in all likelihood are going to be the 2 seed. Perhaps better if they get a lot of help, but at that point, as Alarcon draws the foul, at that point, if they were to win on Tuesday, or I should say Wednesday, if they were to win Wednesday, it would be very, very tough for Mercy to catch them. They'd be 2 back, plus the Dolphins would own the tiebreaker, effectively putting them 3 back with 4 to play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a huge night here in the tank. Obviously, I know you all love listening to us, but I'd encourage everybody to get out here next Wednesday night take in this great basketball team. One of the last home games of the season. And you don't know how far this team's going to go, but certainly destined for some greatness, led by the one that just shot the free throw there, who's having a great season, Jennalise Alarcon.
Timeout taken.
Timeout called by UDC as Jennalise Alarcon reaches double digits. She now has 10 points following that pair of free throws. Dolphins lead by 19, and we head to a media timeout. 7:44 to go in the third. CSI leads 55-36.
Balance. It isn't just essential in your sport. It's essential in life, especially college life. It's everything you need to thrive in school, in sport, and everything in between. The key is just finding a place where you can pursue it all. Because the real beauty lies in the balance. If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
.44 to go in the third quarter from the tank. The Dolphins' lead is now 19 points as they're beginning to run away with this one. Dolphins outscoring the Firebirds 8-0 here in the third quarter. Harris surveys the floor, sends it up top. Ford now with it. Over to Williams. Already just 6 to shoot. Williams looks to attack. And she banks it in.
Number 1, Tori Williams.
We see up the floor for Alarcon. Out to Carollo for 3. No good. Rose with another offensive rebound. Short on the putback. Tries again and draws the foul.
Well, some crazy passing there. We see fired a bullet to Alarcon, who hit the wide open Carollo. She misses the shot, but Rose with an offensive rebound misses her shot, gets the follow up, and now she's at the free throw line.
At the line for the Dolphins, number 4, Kyler Rose.
So Rose back to the line for 2 shots. And the Dolphins are now 12 of 13 from the line. Firebirds have attempted just 5 free throws. They're 5 for 5. That one no good. Johnson off the spin move, banks it in.
Number 22, Lacey Johnson.
Well, Johnson got off to a really hot start. Slowed down a little there, but now she's up to 15 points.
So the Dolphins immediately turn it over. And just like that, UDC with a chance to make this a 13 or a 14-point game. Johnson, step back triple. Way too strong. Alarcon across half court, gives it up to Weesey. Weesey directing traffic, bounce pass inside. Alarcon rejected by Ford.
Took 3 Firebird defenders there to stop Alarcon.
You do what you have to do defensively. Abu Spair will inbound. Weesey heads to the bench. Phelan in the corner now, looks to drive. Goes up a wild shot.
Offensive foul.
And they'll call the charge there.
Offensive foul on number 10.
These last couple of minutes,
Phelan, that'll be her first.
probably the best stretch of defense from the Firebirds in this game. Early on, they did make things difficult on the Dolphins, but beginning late in that first quarter, moving into the second, Dolphins really begin to have their way offensively.
Yeah, but Firebirds putting up a good effort right now the last minute or two.
Feels like the tide is turning just a bit. UDC trailing by 16. Still plenty of time with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Step back jumper is good by Ford.
Ford creating her own offense there.
The Dolphin lead now 14. Abu Spair over to Phelan. And you can't do that.
Well, she knew right away. She almost got away with it, but
I don't think so.
She
Travel on CSI. It's
was going for the shot, came down, and it's a travel.
That's one of the rare occasions where you'll have a travel and no protest. Harris bounce pass inside to Williams, and she draws the foul. It's been now 2 or 3 minutes of sustained control for UDC, and they will look to continue chipping away from the free throw line. First free throw by Williams is good. UDC remains perfect from the line. And they're now 7 for 7. Abu Spair with it, waving her teammates up the floor. Haggett. Hands off to Alarcon. Now Kirolo thought about the three. She looks to drive baseline. Phelan now in the corner. 10 to shoot. Phelan inside for Alarcon. Alarcon out to an open Haggett. No good. Rebound pulled in by Williams. Here come the Firebirds. Johnson to the rim with the finger roll for 2, and it's a 10-point game.
Johnson now 17 points, leading the way for the Firebirds. And we always say it, Joe, no matter what, these Dolphins games are going to be close at the end.
Sure seems that way. And with that last basket, Johnson is now 4 points away from 1,000. 4:39 to go in the third quarter. The Dolphins lead cut to 10.
Dolphins fans, want to stay connected with everything happening at the College of Staten Island? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Catch all the live streams, exclusive behind-the-scenes tours, the latest episodes of CSI Today Talks, student film showcases, and so much more new programming. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now at youtube.com/College of Staten Island, or scan the QR code on the screen and stay in the loop with everything CSI.
.39 to go in the third quarter, and what was once a 19-point Dolphin lead has been trimmed down to 10. CSI with it as Abu Spair has doubled at half court. Haggett left open. Once again, too strong. Dolphins swing it around the outside. Abu Spair on the wing. Bounce pass for Alarcon. And diving and getting a piece of it was McKinney. 13 to shoot. Kirolo for Phelan. Phelan avoids the double, goes up with the left hand and draws a foul. Firebirds now getting very aggressive defensively, quick to double team.
Mia Ford, that'll be her second.
15 foul.
At the line of the Dolphins, number 10, Dana Phelan.
The Dolphins just needed an opportunity. Put some points back on the board. It had been a while. And Phelan knocks down the free throw. Firebirds were in the midst of an 8-0 run over about 3 minutes. That ends with the Phelan free throw, and she goes 1 of 2. Harris looking inside. Williams wants the ball. Instead, it's Johnson. Step back triple. Short. Rebounded by Haggett. Johnson has been really aggressive offensively here in the third, as Carollo is a bit strong on that three. Williams with the rebound.
Trading misses here. All the two teams.
Bounce pass inside, and nearly converting on that shot was Ford.
Yeah, Nia Ford there almost converted that, but she'll go to the free throw line now.
Despite the struggles for the Dolphins here in the third quarter, the quarter is even at 10. The Dolphins, keep in mind, we're off to an 8-0 start here in the third. And then about a minute or two in, UDC really began to take control. But if you end this quarter right where you started it, I think you'll take that as CSI. You have to believe you can hold a double-digit lead entering the fourth.
This free throw here will determine that at the moment.
Free throw no good, but Masinge couldn't corral the rebound. McKinney to Ford for 2. And it is now an 8-point game.
Fans, the snack stand will still be open for a few extra minutes, and now they're selling dollar hot dogs and dollar pretzels. So if you're still hungry, go grab a dollar hot dog and a dollar pretzel from the snack stand.
Nick, I'll be right back. I just heard dollar pretzels.
Dollar hot dogs. For Tyler, we know Tyler has a history of scarfing down those dogs between a whistle.
At the line of the Dolphins, number 3, Amber Abuz-Bear.
Abuz-Bear to the line now with the Firebirds in the penalty.
Joe, I think you got to send in a text that we need a pretzel delivery to the commentary desk.
Already done. Abuz-Bear can't connect on the first. One more to come. And Amber goes 1 of 2.
Checking in for the UDC Firebirds will be number 15, Jada Boonnight.
Jada Boonnight into the game for UDC. McKinney to the bench.
Fans, once again, the snack stand is still open and selling $1 hot dogs and $1 pretzels.
On the drive, Smith can't finish. Masinge with the rebound. Abuz-Bear dribbles through traffic. Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Phelan back to Abuz-Bear. 15 on the shot clock. Alarcon sets the screen. Still nothing doing for the Dolphins. 5 to shoot. Alarcon through the hands of Masinge and stolen. Smith. Count it. And 1.
Well, this game's going to get even closer now.
Foul number 10, Dana Phelan. That will be her second and CSI's 5th of the third quarter.
7-point game.
At the line for the UBC Firebirds, number 3, Nakaya Smith.
Nakaya Smith to the line. And that is the first missed free throw, or I should say the second missed free throw for UDC. They're now 8 of 10. And a travel is called against the Dolphins.
I thought Hamper's left foot was planted, but the call is a travel nevertheless.
Well, things really beginning to unravel for the Dolphins here in the third quarter. Since the 8-0 start, they've been outscored 15-3.
Strong quarter by the Firebirds.
Ford left open. Way too strong. To the floor. Went Ford. And UDC calls timeout. And that's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here. 2:03 to go here in the third quarter, and it's been an ugly quarter for the Dolphins. They're just 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 5 from three-point range. UDC 6 of 13. They have not made a three in the quarter. The Dolphins have scored 11 in this quarter. 9 of those have come from the line.
So a really strong performance here in this quarter by the Firebirds to get them right back into this game.
Well, the big reason why UDC was able to come storming back into this game is because of 6 Dolphin turnovers. Turnovers hurt CSI early, allowed UDC to remain within striking distance. It looked like the Dolphins had gained some separation earlier in this quarter, but the turnover issues once again popping up and allowing UDC back into the game. That shot was missed by Williams. Offensive rebound was pulled in by Boonite, and a foul was called, but the Dolphins in the penalty. So
foul Masinge there.
UDC right back to the line.
23, Millennium Masinge, that'll be her second. Shooting 2 at the line for UDC, number 15, Jada Boonite.
And Boonite's first free throw is good. Boonite rattles in the second. 2 for 2 trip to the line. It's now a 5-point game. UDC applying full court pressure. And Alarcon is immediately fouled.
Not the person you want to foul when you already have committed 5 team fouls.
Alarcon right back to the line. And if you're UDC, the way the Dolphins have struggled offensively in this quarter, you definitely don't want to send them to the line.
No, and that, especially not Alarcon, who's one of the best free throw shooters in the country.
Alarcon knocks down the first. She's now 5 for 5 from the line in this game, 11 points. Dolphins now 10 of 13 from the line in the quarter. Make it 10 of 14. 6-point game, under 2 minutes to play in the third. Smith, way off. I was shocked she attempted a shot there.
She felt that she was open, but unable to convert.
We see. Tripped up. And Dorothy will head to the line. Well, this game has effectively become a free throw shooting contest here in the third.
Lots of free throws in this game. 32 overall attempted so far.
In the quarter, these next 2 will be 22 and 23.
It's crazy.
It has been a long third quarter. So Weesey goes 1 of 2 from the line. Dolphins lead 7 points. Up top, Williams crosses over to her left. The kick out goes to Smith. 12 to shoot now. Boonite with the screen. Deep 2 from Smith is good. And it's a 5-point game.
Nice shot there by Boonite.
Alarcon wants it. She has it. And with the mismatch against Johnson, she is fouled.
Foul on number 22, Lacey Johnson. That'll be her first. Shooting 2 for the Dolphins, number 13, Jenelise Alarcon.
This has been one of the longest quarters I can remember, Joe.
We're moving into that territory, as I said, Nick, free throw shooting contest. And it continues.
23 free throws in the quarter.
That was 24. Here comes 25. Alarcon goes 2 of 2 from the line, as I think they may have called an inbound violation against UDC. Maybe a technical foul?
I didn't even see him touch the ball, so I don't know. I thought maybe it's got to be a technical.
Yeah, I think it is. That was very quick.
I first thought a lane violation, but I think it's got to be a foul on the Firebirds.
Well, we await the call. So I think they called a foul on the box out.
Yeah, Tori Williams called for the foul. So Dolphins will inbound now.
So is this the same application of the rule as we saw earlier?
Number 1, Tori Williams.
Except on a free throw?
Well, I don't know. I guess
Shooting 2 at the line for the Dolphins.
generally it's going to shoot, but
Jenelise Alarcon.
I thought you couldn't shoot free throws on an off ball foul.
Well, late in games, if there is a pre-inbound dead ball foul in the NBA, I know that they give free throws for that. I have not seen that rule applied at the college level, as Alarcon hits both. So I'm guessing that we did not have free throws before because the Dolphins were not in the bonus. They were in the bonus here, so Alarcon shot 2, and they keep the ball. If they're applying the bonus, then I'm surprised to see him keep the ball.
Thank you. Here we go.
So the Dolphins could end up with a 7-point trip down the floor if they hit a 3 here. And if
that would be productive.
If they score a basket, they're back where they were earlier in the quarter. Alarcon for Rose. And
travel on Rose.
They call the travel, yeah, on Rose. .22 seconds to go, third quarter. Dolphins lead is 9 points. UDC outscoring the Dolphins in the quarter, 19-17. Looks like the Firebirds will hold for one shot here. Smith steps back and is way off again. Smith wanted a foul, does not get the call, and the Dolphins will run out of time in the third.
Fans, your score at the end of the third quarter.
Our score through 3, Staten Island 64, UDC 55. Nick, what were you about to say?
I was going to say, I mean, very up and down quarter, but the Dolphins, they go into the fourth with a 9-point lead.
And I think given where it looked like this game might be headed, the Dolphins will take it. Their lead once again, 64-55, entering the fourth.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Back here in the tank, we're on our sideline camera right now. Our main camera is having an outage. Nick Durst here on the call as Lacey Johnson's pull-up 2 off the mark goes out of bounds. So our engineer Tyler Clark is currently operating our sideline camera. Patty Two Cams and Joe Foreman trying to fix the main camera. And I'm Nick Durst on the call. Abu Spair now directing traffic, takes the screen from Alarcon going to her right. Passes it off to Rose. Rose to her left. And she is called for a double dribble. Johnson going to inbound now for the Firebirds, who are looking to trim this deficit a little more as Ford's layup attempt, wild shot off the mark, almost fell though. And Abu Spair is pushed to the floor. Lacey Johnson called for the foul, her second. So a quick foul, team foul picked up early on here in the fourth quarter. Abu Spair getting the team set in the half court. Phelan open to Rose. Rose driving with her left hand. She is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. And our main camera is now back. So Rose going to the free throw line, and this is going to be her 7th and 8th free throws of the game.
Also checking in for UDC will be number 23, Brenda McKinney.
Ford now picks up her 4th personal foul, so she's in major foul trouble, and she'll have to go to the bench.
Well, we had our main camera feed go out because it appears a spectator kicked out the extension cord from the wall. So had to go get that plugged back in. We'll have to start running our wire back down behind the bleachers again as Rose goes 1 of 2 from the line. So I return to my seat, make that 0 of 2 from the line. I return to my seat, and we're right back where we left off in the third quarter with the Dolphins at the free throw line. They attempted 20 free throws in the third quarter. Of their 17 points, 15 came from the line. And Williams may have rolled the ankle there. As the Dolphins capitalize at the other end. Kyra Rose goes coast to coast, lays it up and in, and the Dolphins are back in front by 11.
10 points now for Rose.
UDC's second of the fourth quarter. At the line for the Dolphins, number 4, Kyra Rose.
UDC now with 3 team fouls in the fourth. And Rose gets the roll on the free throw. Harris over to Benjamin. Now Boo Knight over to Harris again. Harris, step back jumper. Off back iron, rebound goes to Benjamin. Benjamin kicks out. McKinney all alone. Short on the 3, rebounded by Carolla. Alarcon, short jumper, no good. Benjamin with the rebound. Good hands there by Rose, poking that away. McKinney recovers and draws the foul. She was in the middle of a pass, so no shot attempt during that foul.
First team foul for the Dolphins. UDC already with 3 in this fourth quarter, so free throws could come into play here majorly down the stretch once again.
Jumper by McKinney is short, and Abu Spair has the rebound. She escapes the double. Rose emerges from the pack, and she is fouled again.
Rose has been fouled a lot.
UDC has committed 24 fouls in this game. The Dolphins have been to the line 29 times, 20 of those in one quarter. And they are one foul away from entering the bonus here in the fourth, already with a 12-point lead.
I think the Dolphins have only made 4 field goals this whole half.
They've made 3 after that one. 3.
Well, downtown Dana now with double digits. Dolphins have 4 players with at least 10 points.
As you mentioned in your conversation with Coach Sarcone at halftime, it's been a well-balanced offensive effort. But I think it's clear, Nick, the difference in this game right now is free throws, because the Dolphins have committed 10 more turnovers. They have shot it better from the field, which has certainly helped, but 29 free throw attempts is a huge, huge number. And here comes a pair of free throws for the Firebirds.
Foul number 4, Kyra Rose. That'll be her 3rd, and Staten Island's 2nd of the 4th quarter. Checking in for Staten Island will be number 22, Dorothy Lucy.
We see back into the game for Kyra Rose. Benjamin at the line for UDC, 2 shots. And the first is good.
Just astonishing. 21 points for the Dolphins on free throws in this game. 11 now on free throws for UDC. Make that 12.
CSI lead, 12 points. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the fourth. Phelan double teamed well beyond the arc. Abu Spair looking inside Alarcon. Alarcon rejected.
Good defense.
Here comes Johnson. Off the window and in.
Lacey now 2 points away from 1,000 career points.
Alarcon with it now, 20 to shoot. She hands off to Abu Spair. Dolphins look to set up Genelise for a post-up opportunity. She's doubled. Phelan, splash.
Downtown Dana working the corners here, knocking down the threes. 13 points for her now.
Dolphins so efficient offensively right there. Quickly got into their set, got the ball to Alarcon. She drew the double. No hesitation on the extra pass from the wing into the corner, and a wide open 3 is the result. Phelan knocks it down, and CSI leads by 13 again. Now, I think they gave her a 2 there, Nick. Weren't the Dolphins just up 11?
I'm pretty sure it was a 3.
They did give her a 3. I was just a 6.
Good defense back the other way
Island basketball.
by the Dolphins.
Checking in for UDC number 1, Tony Williams.
It's about that time, Nick, in the fourth quarter, about 5 minutes to go. We have to start looking at who's coming over for player of the game.
Well, right now there are 3 main candidates. Obviously, generally Alarcon, who could be the player of the game any game. Dana Phelan and Kyra Rose.
Well, we'll see when we get there. Alarcon. Bounce pass to a wide open Weesey. Off back rim, tipped, out of bounds. It will stay Dolphins ball.
Checking in for UDC will be number 5, Nia Ford.
I think right now, if I were to name my player of the game, it would probably be Kyra Rose. We just had Genelise, didn't we?
Last game was Amber Busper.
And then the game before that, I think the previous Dolphins win, we had Genelise.
It's always a safe bet.
Yeah. Oh, we had Carollo.
We had Corolla the game before, I think.
Okay. Let's see how this one ends up. Dolphins still have to close it out with a win.
Right. Rose, though, 11-7 right now.
Well, if you take away damage done from the line, a lot of which was just nonstop fouling by the Firebirds as McKinney hits a 3. It's now a 10-point game with 4.5 to play.
Lots of time left here.
Carollo backing in, and her layup won't go. Harris pulls it back outside. 20 on the shot clock. Ford on the wing. Uses the McKinney screen. Ford barrels over Weesey. Offensive foul.
Weesey doing it all in this game.
And we head to a media timeout with 4 minutes to play. Our score, Staten Island 72, UDC 62.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dining order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Four minutes to go from the tank. Nia Ford is fouled out of the game for UDC after barreling over Dorothy Weesey. CSI lead is 10 points. Dolphins content to use some clock here. Abusber over to Alarcon. Now Weesey on the drive. And she lost the ball on the way to the basket. That's another Dolphins turnover, number 18.
Only 9 turnovers for UDC.
When you're a +9 in turnovers, it's very difficult to find yourself down by 10 points.
Yeah, but it comes down to those free throws.
In terms of makes, the Dolphins are +9 at the line. The difference in the game is now 8 points, as Lacey Johnson has reached 1,000 career points.
Congratulations, Lacey, on 1,000 career points.
There will be an announcement during the next timeout. This is Phelan. Phelan out to Weesey. Weesey lost the ball again. And the Dolphins have turned it over for the 19th time.
On the University of District of Columbia Firebirds, Lacey Johnson has reached 1,000 career points. Let's have a round of applause for number 22, Lacey Johnson.
So, great job by Anthony on public address to give Johnson her moment of recognition.
Excellent sportsmanship here. We read the sportsmanship thing before every game, but the Dolphins players were giving her a nice round of applause as well. So congratulations to Lacey.
And not every coaching staff will allow an announcement like that to be made during a game. So credit to Coach Sarcone and the Dolphins for giving us the green light to do that. As that's an air ball. That one never had a chance. Good defense inside by the Dolphins. Phelan double teamed and turned it over. McKinney to the rim for 2, and it's a 6-point game.
Well, Joe, did you expect anything less at the 2-minute mark than a 2-possession game?
It just seems like every single game that this team plays comes down to the final minutes. Down goes Weesey, and she's headed to the line. Firebirds, if they had been better about not committing so many fouls, they would be ahead in this game. And these are not questionable calls. These are blatant fouls.
Yeah, and they're so obvious.
I mean, it's been a series of indisputable fouls over the course of the game.
Yeah, for some reason people are arguing that one, but we see was shoved right to the floor.
And Weesey misses the free throw. Just one make here would be huge, as it would make it a 3-possession game. And looking at the replay, I don't think there's any doubt she was fouled.
I think Weesey had a lane violation,
She did.
her own shot there. So really bad trip to the free throw line for Weesey, leaving 2 points on the board.
Weesey really needed just one there to make it a 3-score game.
Right.
Now the door is open. It's a 2-possession game. UDC lets the ball roll up the floor. This is Harris with it, defended by Abu Spair. Williams back to the basket, hands off to Johnson. Johnson spins and is emphatically rejected. That was not a good shot.
Alarcon there with the block, and then she's fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. Jenna Lease in this game, 9 of her 15 points coming on free throws.
So any additional insight on player of the game? I think at this point, if she ends up pushing close to 20, Jenna Lease will get it. As you said, it could be any game.
Could be any game. Jenna Lease here. Dana, depends who gets the bulk of the free throws here down the stretch.
And with that last foul, Brenda McKinney has fouled out of the game. Dolphins make it a 3-score game now.
McKinney and Ford both foul out in this game, so 3-possession game now.
Smith with it. Defended by Rose. The Firebirds now have to think about working quickly. And that 3 is just short by Williams. Offensive rebound, Boonite. Now Johnson puts one up. No good, but she draws the foul.
Foul number 4, Kyra Rose, that'll be her 4th.
Kyra Rose now in foul trouble with her 4th personal foul.
Johnson's free throw no good. 1:32 to go, and I think it's fair to say the Firebirds probably needed both free throws just to make it a 2-score game again and keep themselves in this one. Johnson goes 1 for 2. It's a 7-point game. And the Dolphins wisely call timeout.
Timeout taken by Staten Island.
The Dolphins can only open the door for UDC now if they turn the ball over.
Right.
There's not enough time for UDC to get the ball back 3 times unless the Dolphins turn it over. UDC will have to foul, and in that case, the Dolphins can ice this game from the free throw line. Taking a look down the stat line, Phelan 13, Kirolo 10, Alarcon 17, and Rose 11. Abu Spair also in double figures.
5 players accounting for over 50 points, all with double digits. Incredible. 23 free throws made in this game, 17 assists on 21 field goals made. Such a strange stat line, but that's been the story in this game, has been the assists and obviously the free throws.
Some other perhaps odd statistics on top of the free throw numbers. Noemi Masinghe had 9 rebounds in 11 minutes. Alarcon 11 of 12 from the line on her own.
Yeah, Dolphins, great job on the glass, 38 rebounds, UDC only 27, and it's just crazy that, you know, CSI's up here, they have 21 turnovers, UDC only has 9.
I think based on final stat line, we'll probably have Jenna Lease come over. It's been a while. And we know that Jenna Lease is one of the few that actually genuinely enjoys.
Yeah, we know her, and of course Dana loved.
All right, let's not get carried away now.
I know Amber was not a fan of having to chat last game, but yeah, I would say between Jenna Lease and Noemia, they're the two that are totally fine with chatting anytime.
Yep. So we'll likely be joined by Jenna Lease Alarcon post-game. Dolphins have to hold on here with just over a minute to play. Missed there by Rose. Offensive board for Phelan. Alarcon back outside to Carollo. And with that, Dolphins might have this one in the bag.
Yeah, looks like UDC is not going to foul.
Alarcon thought about it. Carollo for 3. Short. And another offensive rebound.
Huge rebound there by Abu Spair.
And now the Firebirds will foul. In a 3-score game, I'm not sure I'm fouling there.
Foul on number 3, Micaiah Smith. That'll be her 4th.
Also, something that would have been important to note if this game was a bit closer with the threat of overtime. 2 Firebirds have fouled out, several more in foul trouble.
Yep.
Unsurprising given the free throw total. Abu Spair cannot hit the first.
34 free throw attempts in this one after this shot. Can't remember ever seeing that many by one team.
I think a lot of the time, just the way the men's game is structured, you typically see a few more free throws with the halves instead of the quarters. But that might just be a false perception on my part. Either way, this has to be the highest free throw total I've seen for a single team in a women's game. I can't recall a game.
I'm wondering if Jenelise is setting her career high in free throws in the game. 11 points on free throws is pretty wild.
Let's take a trip down memory lane and see. All right, free throw attempts. So this year, the Dolphins have had a game with 43 free throw attempts.
Oh, my gosh.
However, we did not cover that
That was
game.
on the road.
That was on the road. Now, taking a look here. What a terrible way to sort. So it's sorting by the first digit of the made free throw number. So if you have 9, that goes to the top of the list versus 29. Very stupid. Very, very stupid. The Dolphins have actually attempted 36 free throws in a home game this year that we covered. It was
Okay.
against Pace.
All right.
So our memory is clearly not very good.
You know, it just feels like more because UDC is also shooting so many free throws.
That's true.
Dolphins, I guess, are going to probably tie that record here once they get the ball back.
Last year against UDC here at home, the Dolphins had a game where they shot 46 free throws in a loss. They made 34 of them.
Oh, boy.
And did not win the game. That three-pointer short. And once again, the Firebirds will foul, but it's going to be too little too late.
Timeout, 2 seconds.
So Dolphins use a timeout here to advance the ball. I thought Rose was potentially fouled, but not yet. So Dolphins will inbound it. I'm going to assume we're going to see a foul.
I
there,
would
but
think not.
You don't think so?
3 possessions with 22 seconds left. There's no way I'm fouling.
Timeout taken by Staten Island to advance tableside. This will be a full timeout.
And it's a full timeout. So
Well, we got to talk over the inbound here.
when we schedule our game day shifts, we leave a lot of extra time on the back end to account for potential overtime and long games. We're running out of extra time. We only have about 16 minutes left.
Better pack up quick.
Then all of my staff has to leave, otherwise they're working for free. Tyler is getting a good laugh at that fact. I won't be laughing when I'm breaking down by myself.
So you're telling me if this game went to overtime, the staff wouldn't get paid for overtime?
They would. They would.
Right.
They would. I'm just saying, we've budgeted for the amount of hours allotted, and we're about to go over if we go past 5:30.
Yep.
And UDC is fouling. Williams beside herself. And with that, the Dolphins are heading back to the line. Smith has fouled out.
Free throws 35 and 36.
For the Firebirds,
Coming
0,
now.
Hensley Benjamin. At the line for the Dolphins, number 3, Amber Abuzbear.
Now, Joe, is Jenelise Alarcon getting the nomination for Player of the Week this week?
We'd have to look at the stat line from the previous game. I have an alarm set in my phone for 1 a.m. on Sunday night to do the nominations. That was more for during football season. I'd watch Sunday Night Football, and by the time I was ready for sleep after.
Now, can you nominate 2 players or just 1?
You can nominate 1 for Player of the Week, and then you can nominate Prime Performers, so they can make the honor roll.
So Boosberry, definitely a prime performer, I would say.
Well, Sunday was last week, and she was on the honor roll.
Yeah, but she had a good game Wednesday, so I'm saying you could nominate her for prime performer this week.
Johnson short on that 3. The Dolphins will let it go out of bounds, and that should do it. You can also, as you've seen, nominate the same player for Player of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week. The Dolphins have never had a player sweep Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week, and Rookie of the Week.
That'd be crazy, but you know, the minutes, if they had accounted for something, Masinga would have had a great shot at Defensive Player of the Week after this performance. 11 rebounds and 9 rebounds in 11 minutes, but the Dolphins win. That's all that matters.
So with the victory, the Dolphins are now 16-7 on the year. They are still the number 2 seed in the ECC, now 9-2 in conference play. And Nick, if the Dolphins win on Wednesday against Mercy, it would be very, very difficult for them to fall below the 2 seed in the ECC standings.
Well, we are looking forward to it. You want to be here. There's no school on Wednesday, and the campus is closed, but it'll open up for the game. Be here in the tank, and if not, of course, tune in and watch Joe and I on the broadcast.
TLC Physical Therapy post-game report coming up in just a minute. Jenelise Alarcon joins Nick on the floor when we come back.
Balance. It isn't just essential in your sport. It's essential in life, especially college life. It's everything you need to thrive in school, in sport, and everything in between. The key is just finding a place where you can pursue it all. Because the real beauty lies in the balance. If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
And we are back for the TLC Physical Therapy post-game report. Nick is joined down on the floor by our player of the game, Jenelise Alarcon.
Jenelise, wasn't easy, but you got the victory again. So many free throws in this game, 36 just by you girls. You went 11 from top line to got on your 17 points, and your team, so many assists. So a total team effort, 5 players in double digits. Everybody who played score. So how pleased are you with the team's performance here this afternoon?
That's like what we dream for. I feel like every coach dreams for that, for your team to like have a team effort and for everybody to get on the board and to everybody to contribute. And when we had 10 girls, every person is very, very important. So we need that effort across the board.
All right, so right now, 3 in a row here. Next game is at home on Wednesday. No classes, so tell everybody why they better be here in the tank for the game.
That's such an important game for us. Mercy's such a tough opponent, and everyone should come, so show out.
All right, so we always joke about you being in student government. So recently, I was talking to a fellow senator, Vincent Mirabella, and for some reason, he thinks in a 1-versus-1 he could beat you. Can you tell him why he's delusional?
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. He keeps sending it in the group chat too. I don't know, but he can come over and try if you'd like, but I will crush him.
All right, Vinny, you better be at the game next Wednesday. You can watch Jenelise dominate on the court like she would in a 1-versus-1. Jenelise, thank you for your time. Go celebrate the win with your teammates. We'll see you Wednesday. Joe, back over to you at the commentary desk.
All right, thank you, Nick, and thank you to our TLC Physical Therapy player of the game, Jenelise Alarcon. Perhaps a Sportsnet special presentation if we can set up that 1v1. But on the court here today, our final score, the Dolphins 76 and the Firebirds 67. As Nick mentioned, our next broadcast will be on Wednesday. The Dolphins will host Mercy University. That game very well could solidify the Dolphins as the number 2 seed in the East Coast Conference. Be sure to get your tickets now and join us here at the Tank. If you can't make it, as always, you can catch the game right here on CSI Sportsnet, a proud part of the ECC network. Everyone, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your weekend.